Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Universal Joy Center. I'm Barbara Jean, and let us begin by joining together in consciousness. There is one eternal presence, one infinite power, one divine energy that permeates all life, everywhere, at all times. This energy, this power, and this presence is the life force. It's infinite, creative, intelligent. It's everywhere present. It's all powerful, all knowing. And so, with that in mind, I accept and know that it is the one and only. And because there's only this one, I must be some part of it. I live, move, and have my being in it, and it is being me. With that in mind, I know that life is unfolding in interesting and wondrous ways, and I accept the journey as great possibility, expression, a wonderful opportunity to live, to laugh, to play, and to be all that we were created to be. So, filled with excitement and delight, I know that tonight we clear the path, we open up space, and we create harmony, peace, joy, and love in all that we think, say, and do. This truly is a new beginning. With a grateful and humble heart, I release these ideas into the law of mind, where I know it is done. All is well. And so it is. And let us begin with our land acknowledgement. I, or we, wish to acknowledge this land on which the Universal Joy Center operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. We honor the enduring presence, wisdom, and stewardship of Indigenous peoples, past, present, and emerging. And as we gather online, we honor the many Indigenous nations and territories across this land, now called Canada, from which members of our community are joining this evening. Today, this meeting place is still a home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work and play on this land. Miigwech. Well, good evening, everyone. Today we are exploring a profound spiritual truth. Life is always trying to give, but we must be able to receive. Yeah. And sometimes the reason we don't experience like more clarity, peace, prosperity, love, or inspiration, it's not because it isn't available. It's because the inner path is crowded. Yes, crowded inner path. Crowded with what? Old thoughts, old hurts, old conclusions, old identities, old expectations about how life usually go or what is normal. I'm here to tell you there is no such thing as normal. Mediocre, yes. Normal, no. Old clutter that blocks the flow of new good. So we want to pay attention to what it is that we're doing. Spirit is not withholding from us. Life is not stingy. The universe is not confused about you, but it will not pour fresh water into a cup that is already full. Right. So tonight is not about striving, it's about releasing. Not about becoming someone new, but about removing what no longer belongs to who you truly are. Yeah, it's about clearing the inner path. So a student once came to a teacher asking for wisdom, and the teacher, was pouring tea into the student's cup and kept pouring and kept pouring and kept pouring until it overflowed onto the table. And the student jumped back and said, "Stop, it's full." The teacher replied, "So are you." You see, we're full of opinions about ourselves, stories about what's possible, old disappointments we keep rehearsing. You ever done that? Something happens, you just keep running it over and over. Protective beliefs that once helped us survive and mental habits we no longer question. So until we pause long enough to empty space, uh, get some of that out of there, new insight has nowhere to land. And so the important thing to remember here is that revelation requires room. So we've got to make some space for it. It's like clearing out our closet of winter clothes and moving them down into the, basement storage or whatever. Yeah, not quite yet. Soon, hopefully. But we're going to store that stuff away, and then we're going to bring it out again next year. What I'm suggesting here is that we release all this little stuff and we don't take it out again next year. So why we hold on? Like we hold on to stuff that's been done like forever, and we're still holding on. So we don't keep old clutter because we enjoy suffering. I'm pretty sure about that. We keep it because it feels familiar. Yeah. And the mind often chooses familiar over free. Even painful beliefs can feel safer than uncertainty. But spiritual growth asks us to trust something deeper than old habits. It asks us to trust that what we release is not who we are, it's only what we learned. Let me repeat that. It asks us to trust that what we release is not who we are. It's only what we learned. And you might want to write that down. So imagine a beautiful garden path, that hasn't been walked in for years. And, at one time it probably led somewhere meaningful and beautiful. And now it's overgrown with weeds and branches and fallen leaves. The path itself is still there. It hasn't disappeared, it's simply hidden. Your clarity, your joy, your creativity, your guidance, they're not gone, they're just covered. Spiritual practice is not about building a new path, it's clearing the one that already exists. Clearing the one that already exists. See, when we came into this life, we came in with certain skills and attributes, gifts, and those are what we need to be giving into the universe at this time. And if we're not, because we've got all this clutter, we need to make space so we can begin to live more truthfully and more creatively. So the key here is that nothing essential is missing. Okay, nothing essential is missing, only obscured. It's just been covered up. Just like on a cloudy day. We know the sun is still there. We're not seeing it because it's been obscured by clouds. But the minute the clouds separate, boom, there it is. So it never went away. And it's the same thing with us. Nothing has gone away. Our skills, our gifts, none of that has gone away. What's happened is it's just covered up. So what clutters that path? Number one, resentment. Wow. Anybody ever been there? Still there? Working on it, trying to get through it? Yeah, resentments. That's pretty big. Self-criticism. There's another one. You ever look in the bathroom mirror and go, oh my goodness, when we should be saying, wow, check it out. Look what God created. Look at this universe made this incredible thing out of what? Two little cells that came together and ta-da, we have human beings. It's incredible. Fear of the future, regrets about the past, overwhelm from too much input, trying to control what cannot be controlled. Any guilty parties? Yeah, we're always trying to control things or do things differently or whatever. And so we want to pay attention to what we can control and what we can't. The other one is saying yes when the soul wants to say no. I mean, how many times have we thought, well, I should do that, or I'll try to do this, and it just causes us more grief. So sometimes clutter is not dramatic. Sometimes it's simply exhaustion. And sometimes it's unfinished emotional business. And sometimes it's the pressure to be who we used to be. Remember that person that you were way back when? We tend to hang on to things even if they weren't great then. I mean, if we think back every now and again, I'll hear people talking about, oh, things are so rough right now. But imagine the Depression, World Wars One and Two, the Vietnam War. Like there's all these things going on in the world that have been going on since forever and are still going on. So, how do we begin to change all that? Well, we start by changing what's inside of us. We start in here, we start with us. The only place I can make change is within me. Now, I can wish the whole world would change, but that's not going to do me any good because I have no power over any of those people. The only person I have power over is me. And the power that I have is over my thinking, my reactions, the way I show up in the world. So, what is it that is ready to be released or revealed or let go of? So, there's a parable of two monks who used a boat to cross a river. It's a good way to cross a river. And once they reached the other side, one monk lifted the boat onto his shoulders and kept walking with it. And the other monk asked, "Why are you carrying that?" And he replied, "It helped us cross. I don't want to leave it behind." The first monk said, "It served its purpose, but it was never meant to be carried forever." Hmm. Can you think of anything in your life that you've been carrying forever that maybe wasn't meant to be, that maybe you should have been let go of a long time ago? So many of our coping strategies, roles, identities, and beliefs were things that we should have let go of a long time ago. They helped us cross difficult waters, but what helped you survive may now be preventing you from moving freely. Hmm, food for thought. So, the key with this one is that gratitude does not require attachment. Okay, just because we're grateful for something doesn't mean that we need to hang on to it forever. So, the key is, and what we're talking about tonight is what are we ready to release? What are we ready to let go of? And we're clearing the inner path. And it's not a loss, it's actually liberation, freedom. So, we create space for intuition, we create space for joy, for creativity, for unexpected good, for peace that isn't dependent on circumstance. Sometimes we think peace comes when, all things miserable stop. But no, peace needs to be a choice we make in the midst of chaos or whatever's going on. It is a choice. So empty space is not emptiness, it is readiness. So we're wanting to clear out all this clutter so that we can begin to see who we truly are and begin to live from our natural gifts and our natural way of being. So I want to give you a couple things that might help. The thing is, we have to practice. We've got to start doing things differently. So you don't need to fix your life because it isn't broken. You just need to loosen the grip. I remember when I was learning how to golf and I would grip that club with all my might, and a friend of mine was like, "Stop that. Like, there's no way you're going to get a good shot holding the club like that. You have to relax your grip." And I was having such a difficult time understanding, well, how do I hold it and not hold it? But it's about holding it with a gentleness that allows you to have greater, well, I still had a bad game most times I golfed, but I had fun doing it. I liked it. So we just have to loosen our grip and then ask gently. And I'm just going to invite you to just really just listen to these questions. maybe even write them down. What am I ready to stop carrying? What am I ready to stop carrying? What beliefs feel tired? What beliefs feel tired? And here's the big one. What story no longer matches who I am becoming? See, we get really attached to our story. I remember years ago, oh man, I could tell a story. And I would tell a story about this husband of mine who was so violent and so mean, so awful, terrible, and oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. And one day I woke up and I went, I got to stop telling that story. Like I'm owning that victim. Well, I don't want to live as a victim. That's not my, that's not even enjoyable to live that way. So I stopped telling the story. I didn't tell it for over a year. And the reason I didn't tell it is because every time I started to tell it, I was right back in it. I was living that pain and that suffering and and I was feeling like a victim again. So I just stopped. And the biggest challenge I faced at that point is what am I going to talk to people about? What am I? So I go, "Oh, so nice weather today." It's like, what do you talk about when you don't have your story to tell? The journey that we're on is about living authentically and being alive in what we do. It's not about putting in time or putting up with craziness. It's about allowing ourselves to live with passion, with purpose. Release doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be as simple as saying inwardly, thank you. You may go now. So when one of those old ideas comes up and you get into it again, just say that to yourself. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. You can go now. I'm complete with you. Yes? It's that simple, but I know it isn't easy. I know it isn't easy because I've had to let go of some things in my life and trust me, they're not easy to let go of. We're very attached to certain things. And when we start to let go of some of these things, we start to realize that the load is a lot lighter, that the pain we've been carrying with us, we didn't have to. Nobody made us do that. We did it because we were trained to be that way. We were trained to, live in the past, to carry those regrets, the guilt, the shame. We were trained, to do a whole bunch of silly things. And now we're retraining. Now we're retraining. Now we're, getting rid of the old and we're remembering something new. And what we're remembering is who we truly are and why we came here. Pardon me. Why am I in this life? Well, I'm not here to put in time, and I'm not here to earn a living. I'm not here to get married and have children. That's not why I'm here. Each one of us came into this life to experience living. And when we are experiencing living, there's ups and downs, there's bumps in the road, there's smooth sailing, there's all manner of different things because that's what experience is. So experience is having all of it, and all of it makes up a life. You see, we're not here to get somewhere, we're not here to accomplish something, we're here to live. And that only happens when we can come to a place where we love and accept who we are. That we look at our journey and go, whew, was that a ride? It's like riding the roller coaster. The roller coaster wouldn't be any fun if it just went straight at 2 kilometers an hour. It's the excitement of the ups and the downs and the losing the stomach and getting scared as it comes to a sharp turn or it does a loop and you're upside down. I mean, that's the joy of it. Or the fear. I don't go on roller coasters. I got enough drama in my life. I don't need a roller coaster. But the thing is that we're living that way and we don't have to. We don't have to react to life as if it's bad and wrong. We can just simply go, whoa, that was interesting, and then move on. So let's do a little meditation here to kind of get some of these ideas anchored into our selves so we can begin to create those shifts that we're looking for. So I invite you to, sit comfortably, whatever that is for you, and to close your eyes and just let your body settle comfortably into your chair. And take a slow, easy breath in and release. Again, a slow, easy breath in and release. Breathing in peace, breathing out tension. Breathing in peace, breathing out tension. Allow your shoulders to soften, your jaw to unclench, and your mind to slow. Now imagine you are standing at the entrance to a beautiful path, and this path represents your life, your future, your unfolding good. Notice that the path is covered with leaves and stones and debris. Nothing threatening, just accumulated. Gently, without force, you begin clearing it, moving one leaf aside, lifting one branch, brushing away dust. You're not rushing, you're not straining, just with each small movement, more of the path becomes visible. Now imagine that with each exhale, something unnecessary within you dissolves. Old worry dissolving, resentment dissolving, self doubt dissolving, pressure dissolving. You do not need to analyze it, just release it. Feel the space opening up within you. Notice how the air feels lighter, and how the path feels welcoming. Notice a soft light at the far end of the path. This is representing new ideas, new opportunities, new peace. Because the path is clearing, that light can now reach you. And it does. Gently, silently, affirm within, I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me. I make room for new good. I make room for new good. Life flows freely through me now. Life flows freely through me now. Rest in that openness. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Feel the chair beneath you. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And then gently return. You don't have to clear everything tonight. Even one released thought, one forgiven memory, one softened fear creates space for grace to move. Life is not waiting for you to be perfect. It's only waiting for room. Clear a little and watch what flows in. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy, and my pronouns are she, her. Before we continue, I'd like to invite you into a practice of circulation. Tonight, we've been talking about clearing the inner path, releasing what no longer serves so that life can flow freely again. Giving's one of the ways we can keep that flow moving. When we hold tightly, energy stagnates. When we allow generosity to move through us, something inside softens and opens. Your gift helps the center remain a place where people can come to breathe, to reflect, to heal, and to reconnect with what is true to them. If these gatherings have supported you, if you have felt less alone, more peaceful, more hopeful, we invite you to participate in sustaining this community. Give only what feels aligned and joyful for you, because the true giving is not about obligation. It's about allowing good to move through you rather than stopping with you. However you choose to participate, thank you. Your presence itself is already a gift. And now if I can ask you to all repeat our abundance affirmation with me. As I give,
Give,
so
so
I receive. My good now flows to me in a steady, unbroken, ever increasing stream of success, happiness, and abundance. I am blessed. Blessings abound for all life everywhere. I am grateful. And the ways you can give is you can do an e-transfer to admin@ujoyc.ca, or you can go to our website, click on donate at ujoyc.ca, and you can even mail a check to Universal Joy Center at 28 Sir Raymond Drive, Toronto, Ontario, M1E1C2. And now for some announcements. We have many opportunities for you to join us. This coming Saturday is the Opening the Magic Shop. And we have a lot of people that are going to be joining that one. It's going to be spectacular. And then we have the 8-week class called Prosperity Within, and that begins March 17th. All classes, events, and general information can be found on our website at ujoyc.ca. Plus, you'll also find the link to our joy gatherings. For those of you watching through Facebook or on YouTube, please join us now for questions and ahas on Zoom. The link is in the chat. And now Barbara will close us out with the treatment.
all right, so let's just join together in consciousness, and I've put some things in the chat for you to take a look at. So let us join together knowing that what we discovered this evening is a gift, and that the journey that we walk is truly just an opportunity to fully and excitedly discover the truth of who and what we are. So I relax peacefully, comfortably in this moment. I'm at peace with life and the journey. I look around me and I see possibility and opportunity, and I know good is right here where I am. That whatever I have need of shows up. That the energy and vibration that I possess is the attracting force of life itself. So I ensure that my positive thinking, my happy attitude, my overall well being is focused on good, my good and all good. Peace within myself that I might share peace in my world around me. Love within myself so that I might love the world around me. Life is truly a gift and a blessing. And each and every one of us are some essential, let me repeat that word, essential part of the expansion of this universe. So let us all celebrate who we are, rejoice in the way we've been created, and live life to the fullest. With gratitude and grace, I release these ideas into the law of mind where I know it is already done and all is well. I let that be the truth. And together we say, and so it is.